Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us and welcome to your bonus Transformers news on a Wednesday morning. So, to be honest, I've just woken up to this. This happened last night. I think it was in Japan because it was at the Shizuoka Hobby Show 2025. So these images are pretty much everywhere at the moment. Mine particularly are taken from TFW 2005. And there's quite a few things to show you, to be fair. So as I say, if you want to Google this yourself, if you want to have a look at it, I imagine they're going to update more and more as we go through. But as you can see, this is TFW 2005. And this is, which I've written there, can't pronounce it, Shizuoka Hobby Show 2025. So what we've got here first and foremost is this Basra Prime. So some of these things, as I say, have been not leaked but revealed, as I say, not to this detail as of yet. So this is the Takara Synergex Series Macross 7 and Transformers Basra Convoy. Now Basra Convoy is the it's a crossover with obviously some Japanese artists because he's got the guitar. I've got to confess, this is the one that I know least about. We do get to see the alternate mode, but I think most importantly is the fact that it's a Macross 7 from the anime 1994, which is a big thing because everybody wants Takara, and Macross to sort of go back to working together, of course, for Jetfire reasons and the Valkyrie, etc. But this is looking to be coming out next year. So the article, as I say, is there. Here are the images which we've got from online. There you can see the robot mode with a base mode and indeed the alternate mode. If you remember, we only saw a sort of bust of this figure previously in the year. As I say, it was Optimus Prime. You can clearly tell it's Optimus Prime by his head. The trailer's giving me very much Rodimus Prime vibes, to be honest, from G1. But there you go. You can make out Prime with the guitar in his hand that we did see, as I say, a few months ago. Now we're going to move on to the Zoids crossover with this, which is a three-way crossover. It's Zoids Diaclone and it's Transformers Shield D Prime. Now I'm sure before we only had sort of like a grey prototype. What we've got here this time is colour images, both modes. It looks great. Again, guys, from TFW 2005, there is the official promo images again that we've seen for at least a few months. There are both modes on display at this particular show. So we've got here, there are the little diaclone pilots with their little vehicles, which again is great. There, of course, is the alternate mode. And then we've got robot mode from the front, again with the diaclone pilots. Also, again, you can tell that it is Optimus Prime, or Convoy as he's known in Japan, by the head sculpt. And then we've got a couple of side shots, as well as both of them again. Again, looking fantastic. I'm excited to see these and see what they do. This, to be honest, is the least interesting, but there is an article, so I wanted to show you. This is the Studio Series 86 Constructicons. Now I know you should think that would be the most important, but it's not, because all we've got is a picture at the moment and it's just literally the silhouettes. I wanted to show you it just because it's there. It's not the most important news, but that's the only image we've got so far. So obviously we've got Mixmaster, which is at the bottom, and indeed, of course, the other member there, but it is only the silhouettes. Unfortunately, as we speak, there is no actual figures. There may be by the end of the weekend, who knows, but at the moment, no actual figures. This is something that seems to have dropped from nowhere. I think it's fantastic. Whether or not I'm going to get it, I don't know. I know that they obviously did the Flame Toys version of this quite recently. So this is, if you remember, the AMT-01, the Adams Machina, the Rodimus figure, which again was based on the Flame figure that transformed. This is the Lost Light version. This is a brand new figure. It's coming out this summer. It looks beautiful. These colour schemes where they just go completely wacky just really work with some characters. And as I say, it is definitely, I've read the article and I can tell because I've held the other one in hand and reviewed it. It is just the Adams Machina Rodimus figure, but in this crazy, beautiful Lost Light colour scheme. And as I say, this is going to be available. You can see there, oh no, that's the next one, sometime this summer. So the other one that's got me excited and loads of people, AMT-02. If you remember who that was, that is, of course, Predaking. So before we only saw grey prototype images of this, now we have full colour images of this. It is still a combiner. It is still made up of individual bots. They all still do combine. Now, at the moment, again, we've only got, sorry, they do combine and transform. So at the moment, we've only got full combined images. If I remember correctly, with the prototypes, we did have robot and alternate modes on display as well. So maybe, again, hopefully over the next couple of days, we'll get to see this in more detail. But it does look great. Again, they're going with the Call of the Primitives look. It just looks fantastic. And it's about time that we did have a really good, decent, official Predaking figure. There's all the weapons. This is AMT-02. And as I say, looking spectacular. And I want to see quite a few more images on this, to be honest. There again is the article if you wanted to read that. moving on to the last few images of the booth, there's a couple of surprises in here. And I don't know, well, they're not surprises per se, but I'll explain why in a minute. So here's some of the booth. There, funnily enough, is your Devastator, but at the moment, they've only got the grey prototypes of Mixmaster, etc. That is a new masterpiece, smack bang in the middle. That is Hauler, which of course is just going to be a reuse of an original mould with a slight retool. And that is your new MPG Optimus Prime. So there is your Hauler MPG 18. Looks great, love the colour scheme, fantastic looking figure. And there, of course, is your MPG 17. Style Gen, I think they're calling him, the Style Gen Optimus, which again, there's the booth. Style Gen Prime looks very, very good. And then out of nowhere, they've gone and dropped these, which are a surprise, but not a surprise. And the reason why I say that is because, of course, when Convoy came out, Optimus Prime, we straight away had a toon version and indeed a toy version. Excuse me. So we've obviously had toy versions already. So there are the toon versions. What's good about this is, though, they are coming in one pack together combined. You don't have to buy them individually. And as I say, these are toon decos, so they've changed their head. They've changed some of the paint apps. If I can zoom in a little bit more for you, there they are. So that's all that's been revealed for now, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited for any of these? It's got to be Missing Link and Predaking more for me than anything else, even though the Rodimus does look fantastic. Let me know what you think, guys. Take care.